What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to another edition, another installment, another episode. Yes, we are here again for another edition, another installment, another episode of the R&B and Chill podcast with your boy Ty the Pie Guy. And this is another artist spotlight edition episode. And I am proud, you feel me, to have my guy on the show right now. This is touching my heart right now. You feel me? This is kind of bringing a tear to my eye. You know what I'm saying? Producer, songwriter, artist. What else can I say about you, brother? You a jack of all trades, really, for real. And you have a voice that I believe to me is very underrated, and I just believe it's because of where you're at and where you're stationed and where you come from. Because it's a Detroit versus everybody type of deal every time, right? You know what I'm saying? But for those of you who don't know, I have the one and only hip hop soul singer in this mother. You feel me, Mr. Two? Wow, boy, Two. In this thing. What's going on, brother? Welcome to the R&B and Chill podcast. You feel me?
For having me. Thank you for having me.
So Two has his debut. I don't know if is this your debut?
Yeah, this is my debut album.
Is this the debut album coming?
Look, the first one.
The first official album coming for Two, November 22nd. Give us the title before we actually get into the show and what I gotta ask you and everything.
Man, the title of this album is called Unsigned. You know, being an unsigned artist in Detroit, it's hard to, come up with this. Everybody out here pursuing music and, we not signed. So it's like, I was like, why not? Why not name this what it is? Because we gonna keep it real. We doing all this on our own dime. This is that independent artist status.
Right.
And all of this was
right.
That's what it is.
Like, I hear you.
We came out the mud with it. I got 13 tracks on this.
Whoa.
And it's a mixture, it's a mixture, a little bit of everything.
Okay. So we'll talk about, I want to talk a little bit more about that towards the end of the show, because we're gonna get into it. But I want the people at home to first of all know who you are, where you're coming from, and my first question is, who are some of your musical influences? Because we've been knowing each other, I can say over about 5 years now at this point. I think it's been that long.
Yes, it's about 5 years since I
about that.
Out there in the valley.
Out there in the valley.
The girls getting that.
Lord have mercy. See, he trying to bring back my old days. I'm not there no more, Too. Damn it.
Look, me neither. We all left the valley.
Lord, we all left the valley.
Dale.
The dirty Dale. Good days, good times, good stuff. Literally, introduce yourself to the people, and who are some of your musical influences growing up in the city? Because Detroit is Motown Central. You understand what I'm saying? It is home of the Motown sound. So let me know, and let the people that know at home know, what were some of your musical influences growing up?
So a lot of my musical influence growing up in the city, you would think that I got a lot of, Motown in me, but I rep the city hard. That's where I'm from. So that's where I'm a rep. But a lot of my artists that influenced me was more of Neo,
Mm-hmm.
I want to be the gentleman, I ain't trying to be out here being the savage, but then at the same time, I got my influences from Future,
right?
Because it's a category. You got to balance it, because being from the city, you got that side of you that that's not so clean and cut, but also being a student, being in this professionalism world, we got to get clean.
Right.
And certain artists that definitely I'm influenced by, Drizzy, the man, Six God himself.
Right.
I feel like, I can get a little bit of, I feel like just a lot of my hidden talents just come in just really from, just trying to speak from the truth and, taking everything that I learned from all the artists that I favor the most, you know, some that I'm probably not even mentioning. Michael Jackson, of course, we can go back, you know, because, you know, You Rock My World, that, you know, I just want that vibe.
right.
You know, just want to rock. So, you know, it's a whole lot of influences that, you know, I'm probably not mentioning right now, but those are a few just to name.
Who were some of the if you can remember back when you were little? Like
when I was little, for sure, Neo. I ain't gonna hold you up. Like Neo when I was little, Usher, Wayne. You feel me? We grew up on the Carters, the all of them, the Fireman. You feel me?
You feel me? Yes, sir.
Who else? Nelly. I ain't gonna hold you up. Nelly, you feel me? Get the stomping in my Air Force One. You feel me?
Big boys stomping in my Air Force One. Yes, sir.
There's a lot of them from when I was growing up, when I was younger. Those are some of them that that was heavily influenced by, like, you know, if you wasn't rocking with them, you know, if you weren't rocking with them, you know, you was missing a wave. Those were like the prime people I was growing up on. Usher, right. You feel me? I mentioned him again. You know, he had his wave. Y'all can't forget Usher. He had a wave.
Right. Facts. And we can't forget about the Usher man, because Usher did have a wave. He's one of the kings of R&B. We have to put that in there. Right?
Come on, we have to. Before there were the Trey songs and
man.
You gotta remember Trey was a heavy influence. Mario, you feel me? I'm saying you just a friend.
So you coming from that 2000s R&B scene. You coming from that good health. Well, I would say healthy place, but
back then,
that good healthy place of 2000 R&B where you, like you said, you had the Neos, the Trey Songz. Maybe you can even put the Ushers in there. You know what I'm saying? The Alicia Keyses of the world. All of these artists who, in that era, in that time between 2000 and 2010, were very big influences in R&B. So then I think my next question is, as you continue to grow in your musicianship and in your creativity, what was it first that snapped for you? Was it your vocal ability, or was it your songwriting ability, or was it your producer ability? What came first for you?
Oh, what came first? I'm not gonna hold you up. What came first was probably me writing. Like, growing up, I wanted to be a rapper. You know, I had a family of cousins, so it was all around the same age. You know,
right?
Wayne, Juan, everybody. We was close together. So, exactly. Shout out to them boys. But we used to have a little rap group back in the day. You know, we used to all. I'm telling you, all sit in a room with a notepad.
I seen the picture.
I'm telling you, y'all want to go to see something? Go to Bandcamp. Go to Bandcamp.
Oh, I see the picture. Oh man, y'all look like the Three Musketeers, man. That shit was hilarious.
I'm telling you. So, I mean, first started off had to be the writing. Before there was even like instrumentals, it was just off the top who could write the best, you know. And then I would say I stepped into my producer bag. I definitely started, you know, trying to record without having access to a studio. Being at a young age, you got a laptop, you got some computer monitor speakers. You like, okay. And then I'm like, oh, the computer got a mic on it, so everybody be quiet. We're on the hustle and flow. Turn that off. Exactly. So just trying to get as clear as you can. So it started off with writing, then it went to producing. And as I got older, you know, I was like, you know, it's time to get into a real studio. You know, it's time to get into the real studio. So that's how it ultimately evolved.
So basically you're saying, so the songwriting came first, the producer thing came second, the voice came last.
Oh yeah, that came last. I ain't gonna hold you.
Wow.
That singing.
You said you didn't have it? Wait,
I had it, but what you mean? Who wanted you? We listening to all this Detroit music and you singing? Come on now. Ladies say they want somebody that sing, but you get to singing high at a young age. You get, is you singing, my God? I mean, I'm trying to. You like it, or you about to cap on me, or you going, what are we doing?
Oh my God.
So, the singing took a little bit of a little bit of development and, you know, self-courage, you feel me, to actually step out and start singing, you know. And then, you know, because it was just always like, I'm gonna spit these bars, but I'm like, I really like to sing though. So it's like, you know, I had to incorporate it all into one as I got older, but the singing was the last step for real. And that's still something I'm working on.
What do you think you are better at, the singing or the rapping? Are you a better singer or are you a better lyricist?
I feel like my singing is something that I hold more precious. It helps me write my raps because nowadays I can help it. If I hum out a melody, you know, then I can write the words off the head. Don't have to be in the singing tone at all.
Right.
But I start humming and start singing it first. So it was just like, you know, they really go hand in hand now.
So what was the first single that Two put out that you said, okay, you know what, I'm gonna take this serious? What was that? What was that first single that you put out that said, okay, you know what? All right, we're going to do this on the serious tip now. We're going to I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this leap and see what happens. What man, when was it?
We're gonna take it back before Apple Music was out. Remember, I gave a shout out to Bandcamp. Remember that little bitty day, that little shout out just right there. When I was younger, I was really taking it seriously. So I was recording back with the cousins and stuff, you know. We all came up with a song. This was back when everybody was doing features heavy. Right. So I think I recorded shout out Wayne again. I recorded Wayne. He did I'm a producer on that. So if they ever pop up, I get credit. I was a producer of that. I recorded his right. Wayne got some bars if you don't know. But,
hey, listen, Wayne can spit. I've heard him rap.
Exactly. Look, so I recorded his Gucci, and then he put me on Rack City. So it's a Rack City song out there. Young Two got one little bar on there on what's that, Bandcamp. So that's the first one. Like it's cool. That's in the start. That's like 11, 10-year-old too. So that's when that's when it would hit. That's when it was hitting, you know, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put this out in the world, you know, rock with me.
so you had a kind of you kind of had, you know, courage to do this really early, right? You had somewhat of and probably to you would probably say, nah, I was still scared as fuck, like this shit is crazy. But like in the whole in the whole retrospective things, you had the courage, or you know, you Wayne and Juan had the courage to kind of put this, you know, song out there, you know, not thinking like it's gonna blow up or whatever like that. But you know, you took that leap of faith, you took that step. First single for you. What was that first single for you?
The real first single.
First single.
Okay, that first single that I did by myself. We're gonna say fast forward, like I took that leap when I was 11 just to, you know, get out in the game. But years later, that courage still wasn't there. That was just like, okay, this on some playful stuff. Right. But then when it got serious, it had to be about a couple years ago when I dropped Day Trois. That was a big time gap.
And I figured that was going to be the one because I had that in my mind that was the one.
That was the one.
Day Trois is probably my favorite right now from you. I love that song. Shout out to what's his face on there?
Rail
Woodier. You feel me? Shout out to him because y'all tore that track up. I really believe that should have been like a Detroit anthem in some way, shape, or form. I loved how you expanded here's the thing. I've been listening to you sing for a minute, right? Just because we're both singers. And so your voice for me always gives me a very much old school 90s type of vibe in a very retro new school type of way.
Thank you.
My thing for me was I was like, I want to see Two stretch out his vocals.
Yeah, that's taking a leap.
I want to see exactly because I know that for you and just going through your discography, because you have a lot of tracks that you've been featured on and that you have done yourself. Anything for You is one of my favorites as well. But this new album that you have coming, Unsigned, that I think a lot of people have been waiting for. You've really been out here doing your thing in the city, you know, performing, really been in the studio, really getting your grind together. I've been watching, I've been peeping. But what could we as the fans and as, you know, as the people listening at home when this album drops, what can we expect from 2 of this album? Are we expecting versatility? Are we expecting stretchness out of the voice? Are we expecting you to bring us something that we're not expecting? Like what can we expect from Unsigned?
Well, let me tell you, definitely versatility. We're gonna start off with that.
Okay.
Because I'm coming in completely left field. Like everybody, you know, everybody's expecting to be singing all through this album, and I'm from the city, you know, I got that other side. So it's like, I'm gonna show y'all my rapping skills also, you know, I'm gonna show y'all what these bars do and what really go on around here. Right. You know, because definitely I got a lot to say on this track. I got a couple songs that's gonna get you in your feels, a couple songs that's gonna, while I'm talking to the people, I got a couple songs that's for the ladies, and I made sure I definitely got some tracks for the fellas. Okay. So it's like, I couldn't just sing my heart out on this. This is the first one, the first tape. I had to show everybody what I had. Yes. And this is like, okay, oh, I know too, for singing R&B, the last tracks he dropped, you know, they was kind of, all right, 2 singing, 2 rapping. Like I got 4 videos out right now. So we got Dead Toi. That's more on the R&B singing note. And then I followed up with Anything For You. And that's more on the singing. I was stretching, that's when I was stretching that out, you know, trying to, you know, show y'all that I can sing a little bit more. But then, you know, I dropped when I was in Vegas, I was doing a little workout in Vegas, you know, shout out Air Force, you know, if y'all know I'm military, man, it's Veterans Day. Yes, sir.
Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day, my guy.
Man, thank you for your support, you know. So when I was working out there in Vegas, I dropped a rap track because I got I got Rihanna repping Navy, you know. Right. So, you know, I'm trying to make sure I put on for what I'm repping. So I was out there and they're like, you know, I know you rap and you sing, you know, you like, and I hear you rapping sometimes, like do a track for us, you know. So I made a song called Music, and I did a video, you know, telling them like, you know, I do this just for the music, you know. I'm not trying to, you know, if I blow up, I blow up. But if, you know, that's not what I'm going for. I'm doing this just strictly for the music. Right. So that was more strictly on my bars. So people listening, like, I hear you. I hear you talking, because when you're singing, you can kind of float through a track. But when you rapping, it's either they gonna rock with what you're saying, or you like, is he mumbling through it? You know, you got exactly. So I had to show them that I got them lyrics too. And then the last video I did is it was called Tony. So this is back when I'm in the city, you know. This is a little vibe. It's not hood, but you know, we talking about, you know, we rapping, we talking about what's going on around the block. And you feel me? And what Tony said. So, you know, if y'all ain't heard that, Tony was saying something.
So what tracks do we have names for tracks? Oh, I'm gonna try to pull a lot of shit out of you.
If you can go, if y'all got access to my Instagram, I have dropped the track list on
the track list.
The track list is out there, you know.
Oh, wait, hold up. Wait a minute. Let me go on to your Instagram with the track list with the Instagram.
At WB2WO, you know, y'all.
Okay, so 13 songs on this debut album. First of all, I love the album cover. It's very Detroit.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Best of Friends. I'm excited.
That's out there, leaked out somewhere. That's out there somewhere too. I performed that, so if somebody, if y'all look that up, it might be a video of me performing it. If y'all
so you performed this live, but it's not out.
People been asking, like, they're like, where you got it at? Like, and I'm like, it's coming.
But see, that's really good too, because as an independent artist, you don't want to give people too much. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think you figured out a formula for real in Detroit specifically, because I love my city. I love my city. When I say this, I love my city. It is very oversaturated with musicians. Yeah.
It is.
I'm not gonna say all of y'all are great, okay?
But we're gonna support them.
We're gonna support you.
They are our lions.
Yeah, listen, We gonna support you.
No matter
but
if
I'm
you
also, but I'm also gonna tell you that some of that it ain't. Listen, look, hang it up.
Okay? Look, because that's the day.
Hang it up.
That same Detroit beat, you got to make sure you ain't sounding like the next.
And my thing is with you, I'm not gonna lie, I was scared because I'm like, I don't want him to get down to the city and get complacent in the Detroit sound. Here's why I say this, and he and to understand this, because Detroit is so Detroit versus everybody, right? Mm-hmm. Even though a lot of people come into Detroit and steal our shit, which is very much facts, we also have a complex in which sometimes we don't allow people to come in and actually help us try to grow outside of the sound that we already have. You understand what I'm saying? Or sometimes we don't even want to go outside of our comfort zone, which is the four walls of the city, and actually go try something else. Hence why the Big Seans of the world and the T Grizzlies of the world and others are trying to go out of the city, try new stuff, come back with it. You understand what I'm saying? And that's not what you did. You didn't stay complacent in that. And I was so happy because I'm like, 2 has a great sound. I don't want your sound to be lost in the Detroit sound. And when you went out to Vegas and dropped music, I was like, yes. I'm like, he's going out because I just literally recorded with one of my Detroit brothers literally not even 30 minutes ago, and we was talking about how literally you have to kind of move out of the city, out of your environment to grow.
Yeah, no, it's not here. It's like if you only stay in the city and you let everything around the city influence you, you're gonna sound like the city.
You're gonna sound like this. Exactly.
And now you see, we understand because
you're gonna sound like the city.
And that's the thing. They want the world wants something that's different. Exactly. And that's what I tried to make sure. Everywhere I go.
Hell, I think Detroit wants something that's different. Let's keep that shit a bean.
Exactly.
Let's keep it a bean, bro. I know we're gonna listen to our music. You understand what I'm saying? We always gonna love our sound and our music. But also, let's keep it a bean. We want something different.
Definitely, because when them boys from Flint came down, you know what happened. You feel me? We wanted a sound that was so different, but that gave you home. You feel me? Because you feel me? Even though we from the city, we repping the whole glove at that.
Exactly.
So when them Flint boys came down, Rio, you feel me? The Coochie Man, Y&J, shout out to them. Pac-Man, which I just opened up for both of them recently.
Hey, shout out to that.
I'm telling you, so like them boys had they got their different sound and they stayed them, but you still got it. We know when it's coming from the city and when it's authentic.
Right, exactly, and that's the purity of it, is that you know your sound well enough to be like, listen, it ain't Detroit sound, but I am from the city, and that's what it is. You gonna see a little bit of the city sound in me,
exactly,
because that's just where I'm from. That's how I rock. But this is not the typical city sound. So let's get into some of these tracks on your track list, because I seen Tampa on here.
Oh yeah.
Grip. Your Time, My Way, Cry Me a River. So tell me about Cry Me a River and Bittersweet.
Ooh-wee. All right,
I'm excited for that one. Whoa, I feel like that was gonna be in the feelings type of song right there. Am I
See, Cry Me a River, Bittersweet. You see, you would think it's in your feelings. See, you would hear it, you like, Cry Me a River.
Yeah, no.
But let me jog your mind real quick. So when you like somebody, you ever heard somebody just be like, man, like Cry Me a River? You feel me? Like I ain't trying to hear it. That's what I'm saying. Like I ain't trying to hear that. Like, and it ain't hard though. It's some talking to you. It's like when people, you feel me, think you gonna sound like everybody else, or they not supporting you, and then when they finally see it and they want something, it's like, and you ain't doing it, it's like Cry Me a River. You feel me? And then now that I'm on, it's kind of bittersweet.
Now what you gonna do about it now?
It's kind of bittersweet, ain't
exactly.
it? Like, so
no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just saying that with those two tracks, that track came to me back when I was in Afghanistan. Mm-hmm. So I was out here writing this song when I was deployed, and I'm like, you know, I just felt this beat, and I just started, you know, flowing it right into it, and it kind of just was like, you know, what to be on, like,
right?
This is how to move, and yeah, when y'all hear it, you know, I hope you vibe with it. You know, it's just because it ain't. That's not gonna be like a club single. You know, that's a song specifically for the album, like to give y'all me, because you know people don't want a track full of singles, you know, all the time. Like you like, okay, every song on here, so I guess should be on the radio.
And I'm glad you said that. And I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said this album would not be a track full of singles, because I don't need. I personally, especially when it comes to R&B, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, we don't need all the singles and everything. Give me in my feelings.
Exactly.
Hit me with some shit. Let me see your vocal ability. So I'm excited that a lot of these some of your titles are going to be, you know, just album, you know, singles. But I'm excited for your album, man. 13 tracks, that is really, really big. I want to ask you, how was it doing the features? Because I know that's always a big thing, right? Well, and you have a few features on here, EYO, Shay, Bound, the Renegade,
yeah,
Mark Clayton. Shout out to all of them. You feel what I'm saying? Like you have a few features on this album. So take me through a little bit how the features went for that.
Okay, so each song, you feel me, that I got a feature on, I purposely don't have a lot of features on there.
Absolutely.
It's the first one. Right. So each feature on there is something that I felt like held something special.
Right.
So what I think the first feature y'all gonna hear is Tony, I believe. And that's, I think, like track 3 maybe. And that got my boy Shay on there and my cousin Bond. Mm-hmm. So them two, you know, them like my brothers. So it's like I wasn't being able to create this without them. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So it's just like that's just how that went. Like it's just chemistry. And as far as I got a lot of writers on there, like I'm gonna hold you up. Like I have people, like I got y'all gonna listen and hear background vocals and ad-libs. I want to shout out, you feel me, my boy LJKA. You feel me? I want to shout out my girl Anna Asar. You feel me? She got background vocals. You feel me? I got a lot of people on here that's just, you know, that helped me create what we have today. You feel me? That aren't just features. Especially at the end, we got a special song, you feel me, from a guy in the city that's doing real well, Asaka the Renegade. He inspired me to work hard. You feel me? Y'all follow him, you know, Sprite endorsed, you feel me? Just recently, you know, came said on live, you know, he was finna open up for Jasmine Sullivan out here the Royal Oak Music Theater. So, that's amazing. Big moves. And then Mark Clayton, you know, he helped me with that song too. You know, he helped me close it because I was like, I didn't show my singing, my rapping. On this song, I specifically got to show y'all my chorus talent. Like I don't have a verse in that song. You feel me? You know, so I held the chorus down, and you know, I want to let y'all know, like, you feel me? I'm still willing to work with folks. You feel me? Just because you got a song, don't mean that you gotta rap. Tear the whole song. If you know you can. Fish it out for you know, help, you know, just to get it done.
I'm excited for this album too. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Not gonna lie. As somebody who knows you, somebody who, you know, pretty close to you, I would say. I'm excited for this album, man. I'm excited for this album. I'm really am. I'm not gonna lie to you because
November 22nd.
Because I'm excited. I'm going to be a constructive, critical listener.
And that's why I came to you first.
I'm ready to listen because I remember days in the apartments where we would talk and, you know, talk about, you know, days like this where, you know, you wanted to drop music and wanted to drop albums and everything. And so I'm really excited for you and really proud of you for this. What has doing this album taught you, especially your first one? This is your debut album. What has this taught you about yourself going through this process?
One thing I'm gonna say that it really taught me is patience. I'm not gonna hold you up. These songs are songs that I've been that this album took around 3 years to make. These songs are not, some of these songs are new, some of these songs are not new. some of these songs been a work in progress, trying to get to where they are now.
Right.
Development from just rough drafts on the voice memos. Like, right. Back in the apartments, voice memos was our best friend,
You feel me?
So, exactly. So one thing this album taught me was patience, and it's gonna happen when it's time, because I've been talking about dropping an album for almost 2 years, and if you don't got what you think is gonna be the best for the people, that's the best to represent you as the first album, it's just, why half-ass it?
Right, absolutely.
Just take your time, because it's gonna happen. When it's time, people can rush together and put through little EPs and projects together. I was like, I'm just gonna hold out. I'm gonna drop a couple singles, and and when it's time,
I was gonna ask you why you didn't put out an EP, but I'm glad you answered it. You wanted to be patient, so I'm really excited now.
Yes, now I can get y'all an EP after this drop later, because I told you I've been working on this for a while, so I got other songs that's ready.
Right. Oh, exactly. Man. Yeah, I'm ready for this album. I'm ready for this album, brother. What I wanna, before we get out of here, I wanna play a game with you. You know what I'm saying? We do a little game around here. We kind of stole it from Drink Champs. You feel me? They do a little hip hop game where they do a either or, right? So like Jay-Z or Nas, but we're gonna do it in the R&B way. All right, so we're gonna shoot out a few artists to you. You choose either or. Which one would you go with, right?
Okay.
All right, so Anita Baker or Patti LaBelle?
Oh, I'm gonna have to go with Anita, because look.
I like it.
I'm just gonna have to go with her. We just gonna keep it quick.
Okay, I like it. He was like, I don't want to disrespect.
Exactly. No, I can't disrespect, but none of the aunties.
I don't want to disrespect the aunties of the
I can't. I'm not there. Not finna come.
I feel you.
People gonna be in the.
People gonna be in the.
What?
Oh man.
Say nothing. I love the
okay. Let's see. Let's go. Jasmine Sullivan or Jennifer Hudson.
Look, only reason I'm gonna say Jasmine Sullivan, because this last song she did, that what is it called? It's out. This last single.
Which one?
It's so current. It's right on the tip of my tongue, and Feelings.
Oh yeah.
Because she got that church in her, so it's hard for. Yes, you feel me? I like that song. I'm like, girl, okay. You feel me? Because that's her bringing that church. You can still hear the church.
I feel you. Yes.
You can still hear it, but.
Okay. All right. Well, how about this one?
All right.
Fantasia or Jasmine Sullivan?
Fantasia. Come on. She is a Detroit auntie classic. Everybody didn't remix.
Facts.
When I see you.
That is facts.
When I see you.
Okay.
You know it.
Okay. Since we talking Detroit auntie classics.
Okay.
So since Fantasia won that one, I'm gonna put her against. I'm gonna put her against somebody that I don't think you. I believe you're going. If you say Fantasia over this person, I'm going to look at you crazy.
Okay.
Fantasia or Mary J. Blige?
Fantasia.
Oh my God!
Look, bro, I ain't gonna hold you up. I love me some Mary, but she. Look, her dance supposed to be getting me.
Man, it's always gonna be MJB.
Look, I love Mary J. Got her hits. She got her hits. I ain't gonna hold you up, but Fantasia, she grew up. I grew up with her from American Idol. Come on, you was all in front, calling that number. Call number 1. Call Fantasia. Come on.
You're right.
Yeah,
we was calling. You're right.
We was calling her.
Stevie Wonder or Smokey Robinson? I know that's tough.
That's tough. I'm gonna take a drink.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a drink. On that.
He's gonna take a drink. He's gonna got Cosmic. All right. So that's a drink. Let's go with Earth, Wind, and Fire or the Isley Brothers?
We're gonna go with Earth, Wind, Fire. You already know. We gotta go with them.
Okay.
Shout out my cousin AJ. He put me on them. I ain't gonna hold you.
I ain't even mad at that one. I love Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Isley Brothers respectively, but I would choose Earth, Wind, and Fire too myself.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah. like love Ron Isley, period. But I would choose Earth, Wind, and Fire myself. A couple more. Let's see. Jill Scott. You feel me? Who would you put against Jill Scott? It's like that.
I'm saying Jill Scott.
Oh, never mind. I got it already. Jill Scott versus Erykah Badu.
I love me some Jill, but not on the singing note. When Erykah Badu was singing, what song was that when she was walking down the street just taking off clothes? I don't know. What was it? It had me listen to that song in that video every day. I said, Young Two, what are you doing? I love you.
This is what happens when we get together. This man acts a fucking fool.
Look, I was just saying. I was like, I think I'm in love.
Oh my God. This is what you did, Erykah, Miss Badu. This is what you did.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I love me some Andre too. Shout out Mr. 3000. Because he was the only one that could do it.
That's it.
Only one that could do it.
That's it. Last one for me. Ari Lennox or Summer Walker.
Okay, we got Common Collective and Crazy and Absurd.
Yes,
Here we go. Look, I'm gonna have to say Summer before she fell out with London. If I could put a time period, because I don't listen to a lot of Ari. I ain't gonna hold you up. I vibe with her. She's a whole vibe, you know, but I just don't. I don't got a lot of.
So you don't go with the crazy and the psychopath.
I like what I like.
Hey, ain't nobody judging you here. I'm just trying to make sure we say it for the record.
Look, I don't know about this new album though. That's what I'm saying. I specifically said a time frame though. That's the thing. I specifically said a time frame. I said summer before she fell out with London.
Well, after we do this episode, after this episode comes out on Tuesday, we're going to review Summer Walker's new album, along with your album too. So it's going to be a lot of constructively, critically acclaimed, reviews going on over here. So
look, and I'm here for it,
man. But
and I do owe y'all a shot before we exit up out of here. I do owe y'all a shot, so I'm gonna make sure I hold my word.
You don't owe us no damn shot, bro.
Exactly. You already know that. Shout out Casamigos if they signing the. You feel me? They sign the labels. We gonna take. Look, that's.
Oh my God! This look, y'all see this man? This man is crazy. Oh, turn up.
Yeah, baby. That's what we do.
All right.
On the top. On the podcast.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. Well, you get lit for both of us, because I ain't got no Casamigos over here in this way.
Look, Jesus. I feel you. Jesus wept. Amen.
Amen. Listen, I appreciate you for coming on the show, man. Let them know where they can find you, and again, let them know when your album is coming, man.
Man, Todd, thank you for having me. I appreciate everybody for watching and checking us out. Unsigned, dropping November 22nd. You can find me on all platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, Google Music. You can even find me on Napster if you want to.
There you go.
Everywhere.
Napster. Oh my goodness. Not the OG.
Look, you can find me wherever. Like I said, you can follow me on Instagram at WB for Wild Boy, the number 2, WO. You feel me? The number 2, WO. And y'all can catch me out there, and I'm definitely follow page private right now because there's been a lot of haters, but we blacking them out. We're gonna open up soon.
You feel me? I hear you. Continue to be great, my brother. You feel what I'm saying? This is an episode just to, you feel me, give you flowers. You feel me? I'm really proud of you. You continue to do your thing. You feel me? And I'm excited. Again, I'm excited for your album, man. I can't wait to check it out. So again, thank you too for coming on the show. I appreciate everybody for watching and listening. You can check us out on all platforms. We're everywhere: YouTube, Spotify, iHeart, Stitcher, TuneIn, all of those. We're on every platform that you could think of. You can follow the R&B and Chill podcast on Facebook and Instagram on Instagram at the RBC podcast, and on Facebook at the R&B and Chill podcast. All right.
And let's give you your flowers too, cuz you've been working hard. So I remember when you built this baby, you was talking to me about this baby. And look how far you done came, baby. That's all I'm gonna say. You've been working hard. You feel me? I appreciate you for having me. And keep doing everything you're doing, because it's always going up from here, and it's always going up. And you feel me? You never gonna stop growing.
I appreciate you, bro. I love you. I thank you, brother. All right, y'all. Y'all be good. Peace, love, and hair grease. I love y'all. Peace.